Hi ladies, today we are talking about self-care, the things that we think you need for women over 40. So stay tuned. Hi there.
Hey you.
Yeah.
Hey ladies.
Yeah, hey there. And welcome back to, if you guys have never been here before, Gurl, you are not alone. I am here with my co-founder. My name is Tanya Severs-Evans, and this is
Abigail Samuel.
Thank you guys for stopping by. And today we are talking about something that I am passionate about, but also got a little on my nerves over the last 2 years.
Why?
I feel like people turn self-care into another job.
Ooh.
And it became so big and so like, you gotta be doing self-care that I think it stopped people. I think it became a stressor instead of a helper.
Right.
So today we're talking about some easy tips that we think all of us can do to maintain or implement a self-care plan.
Yeah, things that we have used and we continue to use to help change our lives, especially in this, when we get into midlife.
Yeah.
We know there's always going to be issues.
Yes,
right?
yes. And also I think self-care for us is different.
Yes.
It's not the same as maybe someone
Let's
that's,
just get facials and massages.
We're past that. We've been doing that for a long time. So I'm going to start, and my number one thing, believe it or not, is silence.
I love that.
I really feel like we are so inundated with the voices of experts, the voices of social media, the voices of our spouse and friends, and
The talking heads is what I like to call them.
And I value so much now being in absolute silence. Now, I am learning to meditate. It is not my zhuzh, but what I do is I go walking. And so all I'm hearing, especially when I do it early in the morning, is birds or, whatever the sounds of nature are, wind, and it really grounds me and also gives me the opportunity to hear, I think, my own spirit.
Yeah.
So silence would be the number one for me. What about you?
I love that. I think I'm going to take that and I'm going to incorporate it because I feel like you said, there's so many talking heads out there. And if we're not on the phone and we're not doing this, there's always that constant chatter.
Yes.
So the idea of just even being silenced for an hour or two, that can do so much to really just kind of center yourself and get reconnected.
Yeah,
so
maybe you can go with me. I have always wanted to, and I think it's in Arizona. There's a silence retreat.
Girl,
I have always wanted to do that because I just think it would bring about so much clarity. So
absolutely,
we have to do that.
I will absolutely be there with you. My tip for self-care is meditation. Now I know you say you don't do the meditation, but I'll get you into it one day.
Yeah.
Okay. But for me, meditation is so important. It really is my grounding post out. I start my day with prayer and then I go in after prayer into meditation. And meditation is really just a way for me to connect with my soul. It's for me, it's an opportunity to just stop. And as you said, that silence of no other voices other than the one that's in your heart and in your spirit. And so meditation has helped me so much. And there are days when I get going and I forget to meditate, but I try to make sure that before that day is out, that whether it's 5 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour of meditation, I try to get something in. So meditation has been for me the most important things when it really comes to self-care. And it's something that I will incorporate for the rest of my life. It's just not just a phase right now or the in thing. It is something that I've been doing for a long time and I will continue to do.
Yeah, and there's so much research that shows, that's why I want to develop a meditation practice, because there's so much research that talks about how meditation is so great for your mind and your body.
Yes.
It's got healing properties for relationships and for, even childhood things that have happened.
Trauma, yeah.
Childhood trauma. I've heard so much about meditation, so that is one that I definitely want to incorporate. My next one is a self-care team of professionals. And what I mean by that is, I think all of us at this stage, ladies, should have a dermatologist, should have an acupuncturist or a chiropractor, someone who's some kind of guru who helps you, knows your body and has been working with you and can be like, hey, instead of maybe going for the medicine, let's come in for treatment and find out why you're doing the natural remedies.
Yeah.
Tailors, people that really care for like you, like even just a tailor, a cobbler, like what are your professionals that help you like look and feel your best, and whatever those are. And sometimes, you know, I know that sometimes we're lucky we have insurance.
Yes.
And I know some of those things aren't covered, but there's gurus even on online on YouTube that you can find to help you, like, you know, like you said,
you can barter
services, trade services.
Yeah.
But even just, you know, once you get a practice in, you can do it at home. But I just think those self-care gurus of dermatologists and chiropractors, and masseuses, skincare, those things, those people that know you, and over time they can like, huh, Tanya, look, you've got a little thing right there. Wonder what that could be. Or, you know, you didn't have sun damage before. Let's check that out. Like those people you really need in your life, I feel like, at this stage.
And it's so funny that I'm glad that you say that. Like, you know, I never thought about it, but it's so important that you have that team, because really whatever's going on on the inside, it shows up on the outside.
Definitely.
So whether it's on the skin, or, you know, whether it's just, you know, that mental chaos or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So whether, as you said, creating that team of experts that you can kind of like have at your disposal and at your fingertips is so important. And you know, I talk about this all the time, and making sure you invest. The same way we spend money to get our nails done, ladies, we should be spending money on our skin, right?
Absolutely.
So whether it's going and getting a monthly facial, getting a massage, getting acupuncture, or, you know, cupping, and, you know, I'm all into all of that, you know, natural remedy. It is important that you create a team of health experts to help you not just deal with the emotional stuff, but the physical stuff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would be one of the next one for you?
Girl, mine is no. No.
Okay, how about no?
No.
No is on my list too.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
Just
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And I think you know what, I think for us women, as we get into midlife, we feel we have to say yes to everything and everyone, right?
Yes,
and I'm
yes.
learning that no is okay.
Yeah, I have the ability to say no unapologetically.
Well, I don't care about the unapologetically part, but
and I think
no.
there's some ways for some of us who are just like, not no. We're going to show one here, but an example would be, that sounds great, but I won't be able to make it. Example.
She's so sweet.
I will catch you guys next time.
She's so sweet.
No, but thank you for including me.
She's
See how
so-
easy that was?
No.
Write those down, or just say
No.
the next time. So that one we had alike. I love that. I love that.
What's yours?
My next one was a monthly indulgence.
Ooh, that's nice.
Now that can be different for everybody. So
Yeah.
a monthly indulgence could be, you know what, I need somebody to come over and stay with the kids for me while I just sit at Starbucks and have a cup of tea.
Ooh, that sounds. Can I pawn load this off on you?
You can bring my loadie anytime. Yes, or it could be I am going to go to have dinner by myself. I gotta tell
that's
you,
a good one.
Oh my gosh, this was like months ago, because this had to be before COVID. But I had gotten my dates wrong, and I met some friends at a Mexican restaurant that's near my home. Well, I had the dates wrong, and I'm texting them, and they're like, Tanya, it's not tonight, it's tomorrow. So the lady comes, and I was like, hey, you can take those away. And she's like, are you gonna leave? I was like, no. I'm having please bring me another margarita, so I can finish my meal. It was just so nice to, again, like, just enjoy the meal by myself. I didn't have to worry about was anybody else fed, or I could just sit and eat as many chips as I want. And
And I think especially when you're a mom and you're a businesswoman, or you're in corporate and you have a partner and you have children, there's always that feeling like I have to take care of everyone else. I have to do for everyone else. And I've learned to kind of ask myself the question, if I don't put myself at the top of that priority list, who is going to do that for me? And so for me, I love the fact that you talk about taking that one day for yourself. My day is Sundays. I literally will say to hubby and the baby, do not bother me before 12 o'clock. Like literally, I am not getting out of bed before 12 o'clock. And I am free to, whether it's sit on my phone, do my meditation,
watch a movie,
my prayers, whatever it may be. that Sunday mornings are like my mornings.
Yeah.
And I've just had to learn to say, this is what I need so that I can kind of stop, recharge, and then be able to go out there and give you guys the stuff you need.
Yeah, and I love, you were talking about business women, professionals, entrepreneurs. I love Indulgence because I don't think we take enough time to stop and smell the roses.
Yeah.
So I always try to loop in success milestones for me when I'm reaching a new goal. So an indulgence could be buying yourself that whatever, that one of the
purse.
Italian men we like, or one of the Italian, the Gucci's, or
Gucci.
or it could be going to see a
Valentino.
girlfriend, or getting a hotel and staying on the beach for the day.
A
staycation, anything like that. But just take some time to indulge yourself and like really stop and smell the roses and kind of celebrate yourself.
Yeah.
Is what I mean by indulgence.
Love that one. I think I do too much of that,
No.
but I'm okay with
You
that.
can't have too much
That's what I was gonna say. I'm okay with it. My next tip, ladies, is listening to podcasts and also audiobooks. We're all about education and learning and just growing. Especially as we're here, we want to be able to give you guys all the tips, tools, and resources that we're learning as we
And
go
fun
along,
stuff,
and just share with you our experience that we've learned through midlife, right?
Yeah.
And so for us, or for me, one of the things that I swear by, whether it's I'm in the car because I'm driving to go pick up Lotus to school, take her to gymnastics, or whatever it may be, I can listen to a podcast and I can get so much. Or I can listen to an audiobook and just feel like, wow, I just learned something new that I can't wait to share with you guys or share with you,
and
right?
shameless plug, you guys, we have a podcast, Girl, You're Not Alone. Check it out. We would love for you to follow us and check us out. But I totally agree with you. I really like podcasts, and it reminds me of, remember when there was nothing, well, we weren't then, but when there was nothing but radio and you had to kind of tell stories, like we weren't even conceived at that point. But I do love that idea, and I think what that podcast do for me is the same thing that National Public Radio does for me. I will be in my car and get in a story, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta make this meeting, but I gotta finish, I gotta listen to the end. Like, I love that a podcast like really brings you into the story.
Yes.
And I think that's like really priceless. And like you said, I love that it's so portable. You can listen to in your car, you can be jogging, you can be on your, on your bike, whatever. And you can really get a lot of information and just, get taken away to in story.
Absolutely. And for me, it's one of those things that's really helped change my life. And it's at my fingertips. It's so easily accessible. And that's what I love about a great, podcast or audiobook. So that's one of my tips.
Yep. My other one would be for self-care is a date night.
Ooh, with self?
Date night with either someone else or with your girlfriends.
Ooh, I like that.
So I think if you don't have a spouse.
I was going to say, what if people are saying, well, I don't have girlfriends to do anything with?
Girlfriend, spouse, well, I think that then you go by yourself. And I think you find a place, like I said, have dinner by yourself, but just go out and enjoy yourself. Go to a different spot. That's what one of the things I want to do as things open up is I am really determined to like try new restaurants. I used to I'm a big foodie and I used to love to try new restaurants, but I kind of got away from that, I think, with the kids and being so busy.
Right.
But I want to try like new restaurants with my husband.
I'm
just
there
go to
with
different
you.
places. Yeah, we
I'm
got to
there.
do that. Just do different things.
And we'll
just try different
document it,
places.
guys, and we'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, but I think that's fun. Just do date night. I can remember going out with my girlfriends, like that Friday night you were really looking forward to, or ladies' night out, whatever it is. Like, get back into doing that. You can do it in a different way. It doesn't have to be a nightclub, but just get back into enjoying some things with your spouse and enjoy some things with your girlfriends and get out there.
Yeah.
So that's my other. That's
a good one. And I'll be calling you on a regular basis. So when I call you on a Tuesday night and say, "Hey, Tanya," you're gonna be like,
roll.
"Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
I won't use my unapologetic no for that.
Awesome. All right. So for me, my last tip is creating healthy eating habits. I think, ladies. Now, we all know we like the cheat days, whether it's the chocolate bars, the cakes, the pizza, the martinis, the white wines. We all love that stuff. But when you get to this stage in life, when it comes to healthcare, and especially midlife, we have to be mindful of what we put into our bodies. And so I like to remind myself that I do not want to contribute to my unhealthy eating habits. I do not want to be contributing to that. So that's the way I look at it. So I try to be really mindful of everything that I put in my mouth, so whether it's just snacking on healthy vegetables or nuts or whatever it may be. And don't get me wrong, I love my alcohol. And I also love to eat occasionally, a cheat meal. But what I do is I designate one day a week. So on like either Friday nights or Saturday nights, that's when we say, okay, we can have whatever it is we want. So whether it's pizza or, ordering out, during the rest of the week, we try to like be really mindful and be careful of what we eat. So we'll do more home cooking and stuff like that. But for me, creating really important or creating healthy eating habits is really important to my peace of mind and self-care.
That's awesome. I try to stick with like the 90-10 rule, kind of the same thing you do. So like, for example, the other day, my son had gotten done with football practice. He's always starving and he wanted a shake, like really wanted a shake. So we just pulled into one of I can't remember where we stopped and got a shake. And he was like, Mom, you're not gonna get one with me. And I was like, okay. But I had eaten healthy, not only that whole day, but pretty much the whole week. So I felt comfortable that I'd eaten like salad. I think I had some tofu early in the day. So I wasn't like breaking my entire week of calories on this one thing. So I think if you keep that in mind, you don't feel like you are punishing yourself. It's eating healthy. And I love too your attitude about it. And I don't know, I love that that's a mantra. I'm gonna get me a mantra for that too, because I think sometimes when we think about it, especially eating, we get into thinking about it as depriving ourselves. And if you do that, you're never gonna be successful. But if you can I think about it as, I know that I have a journey that I still have to go, and I want to put the right fuel in my body to get me there. And I've seen, and I've seen the energy, and I've seen my energy. And at this stage in our lives, you guys, what fuels you and what depletes you. So for me, like, okay, I know I've got a crazy couple weeks. I've got to make sure that I'm fueled appropriately.
So eat healthy, ladies, but don't forget, it's okay to indulge once in a while.
Absolutely. And we will share some of our favorite like indulgences below. And we hope you guys comment, like, what are the things that you do to really demonstrate self-care for yourself? Share with us and the community.
And don't forget, ladies, to subscribe to our podcast. Well, subscribe to our YouTube channel, but also check out our podcast at Gurl, You're Not Alone. And remember,
girl, you are
not alone.
Bye. See you next time, guys.